till we get to dungeons. Hello, good morning. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Just as I was about to click go, my mama bear decided to text me and check in on me. She's been texting me all morning and I keep telling her, Mom, I'm live this morning. She doesn't always get the fact that what live means. I don't know. I love her to death and she means so well. She's getting to terms with what YouTube is, what Twitch, I don't even think she knows what Twitch is, but what YouTube is. Yeah. Baby steps. So I want to welcome everybody to Wednesday. That's exciting. And then also to my angel reading. Every month I'd like to come in and channel the angels, see what they want to share with us, see how they can support us, because they are a tremendous support for us. We just don't always ask questions. We don't always, oh, this is a weird song, connect in with the information that's being shared with us. It's hard. So that's kind of why I started to just channel the angels, work with the angels, and yeah, just fixing my music. I was trying YouTube music and I don't think I really like it very much. This has a fun beat. Okay, so my plan for today is that we're going to channel the angels, and then after I am done my group reading, I'm going to open up the floor to any of my friends who wish to have a reading done live in chat. You just need to put your name on the side and chat and say hello, that you're here, and that is the order that I offer the readings in. All right. So without further ado, let's get into working with the angels. Let's get into channeling and getting some of this aha. Now, like always, I do have, this is the Angel Tarot. It's not my favorite. It's better than some. It does have some beautiful cards. Angel decks are hard because a lot of times the angel energy lends itself better to oracle decks. And I've got a couple of them. This is the Healing with the Angels Oracle. And before people blast me, because I have had that happen, I did not purchase this deck. It was gifted to me from someone else who received it as a gift, and she did not connect with it because of, Doreen Virtue's crash. Know if you have a Doreen Virtue deck, it is perfectly fine. She created this when she was in a space of positivity, when she was in a space of, light and love. So the messages are amazing. Know though, if you buy a new deck of hers or a book, she does still get royalties from it. Okay. So just be aware of that. Like I said, so I did not purchase this deck. It was a gift from a gift. So I have no idea who gave her the money. And then I have, this is the Angel Inspiration, and I absolutely love this deck. It is by Kim Dreyer. Fantastic oracle deck. But like I said, the Angel Tarot is great. It gives great messages. It's just visually, it's like they gave up on the major or the minor arcana. The ace through 10, anyway. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into what messages the angels want to share with my friends. Okay, that card, the Hermit's important. All right. So the card that jumped out, almost hit the floor, was the Hermit. We have, of course, the 9th card in the Major Arcana. We have that inner journey. The 6 of Pentacles. Please, it's not about generosity. I hate the fact that she has put these little words underneath the cards. You cannot sum up a tarot card in one word, so it's more than just generosity. 7 of Swords. The 4 of Wands. The Devil. Oh, wow. And finally, the 2 of Wands reversed. All right, gonna move some of these cards. So I have enough space to do this. Oh, it's a reversal. Okay. So it seems like a lot. Take a breath. Anytime you have jumpers or a lot of cards when you don't mean to, like usually I ask for handful of cards, 3, 4 cards, know that just break it down and look at what the cards mean. We have balance in a 6. We have prosperity and success in a 7. 4, we have stability. 2, we have balance again. So even with the minor arcana right here on that everyday perspective, you're looking at that balance, that energy flow, staying stable. That's the core of this. And that should be the core of, well, self. The more balanced, stable, and grounded we are, well, the more that we're going to be able to get done. We're going to feel stronger, more in control of self, which leads me to the Devil. We need that ability to take control of ourselves. These are the key elements to dealing with the Devil, that lower vibrational self. The Hermit comes in as a support, that inner reflection. Very much connected into the 7 of Swords because you're looking at that truth. I've said this many times on my channel. To get to where we are today, we had to put an armor around us. We had to push down skills, abilities, loves, likes. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome, welcome in. So it's not surprising that now we need those things that we buried, that we have quote unquote protected ourselves with. Well, it's time to start to get to that true self, that authentic self. And that seems like a lot. The Devil would make you think it's going to be a lot of work. Know that it's not necessarily a lot of work. It's not like we're going to be adding in a lot of extra here, guys. This is about balance and moderation. We don't want to dive headlong into this where we are unable to do anything else. We don't want to hyper-focus in on this. Again, the Devil would want us to do that. The Devil doesn't want us to go in and start to remove and explore, understand self, because then we expand that little box that the Devil has put us in, that ego has put us in. We can't stay in bubble wrap forever. We need to allow that inner fire to move forward, to bring us that fulfillment. The one thing that so many of my clients keep telling me is that I feel like it's Groundhog Day. that crazy movie where you repeat everything. It just becomes monotonous. Well, that's what we want to break free of. We want to bring in that passion, prosperity, and the understanding. How do we do that? Well, by starting to take control of self. Right now, we are sitting in a gray area. Decision is not going to be a positive thing right now. What you want to do is take time with decisions. Do not make those quick snap decisions, because when we do make those decisions, we're feeding and fueling the devil. Okay, so we want to slow those decisions down. What we want to do is to remember to focus in where our energy's going. The Six of Pentacles, this is usually with a fellow who's giving some coins to someone on the ground, another person, and there's another person beside him. And it talks about how sometimes we have to physically support others and then sometimes emotionally supporting others. That balance of our resources. So where is your energy going? Take a little bit of time. Does not have to be a long period, guys. 10, 15 minutes. Where is your energy going? What is it that causes that exhaustion at the end of the day? It's going to be different for everybody. And then you can start to look at, okay, what do I need? Because we do want to use that critical thinking. The Seven of Swords talks about being honest, talks about trying to get away with something. Well, we no longer want to try and puff and fluff ourselves up to something that we're not. Those grandiose ideas, well, they're causing that burn. Okay? This is going to help us to move forward. The Four of Wands is a rite of passage card. When we follow the Hermit, when we start to look at that a little bit of a reflection, we're not talking change here. None of this is saying, let's just change everything all at once, because that's not stable. The angels know that. They don't want to destabilize you. They just want to shift perspective a bit, give you more aha. We have a 6 and a 7 right beside each other. Those slow, steady baby steps are going to be imperative. We want to stay stable. We want to stay balanced, right? So do a little bit of reflection over the next couple of weeks. Where is your energy? What's that biggest, draw on your energy? So your time, your resources, whether it be physical resources, emotional resources. Look at all the things that you need to do. And it's not so much of a, oh, look what I have to do all day. No. This is more about, okay, I'm going to be honest with me. What is it that I'm doing during the day that's causing me to feel so depleted at the end? So I don't feel able to embrace some of the passion, the creativity, the fun of life. That's when you're going to be able to start to look at what supports you're going to need. I learned this the hard way this last couple of weeks, because usually I didn't ask my kids to do a lot. They have a lot on their plate already, and I didn't want to add more. But when I went down with my surgery and I have very limited mobility, I'm sending them to do things. I'm asking them to take more responsibility, and they're loving it. Sometimes as a parent, we want to make sure that, I don't want to ask. Well, even as just person anywhere, it doesn't matter if you have kids or not, asking for help can be really hard. But looking into that, because is that your ego saying, oh, no, you have to do it? Or is it something like the fact that, I have to do it because I'm not worthy of other people's support? Part of that looking into where we're going with this. Take things slow and steady right now. We do have the ability to answer a lot of our own questions if we are present of mind. And that can be the hardest piece. We don't always think, oh, well, if I just slow down, those answers are right there. Well, they are. It's just, again, our ego taking control. Before you make decisions, before you jump to conclusions, slow down. Make sure you're breathing and you're gaining the information that's going to be supportive for you. Quick decision right now is not good, not in the climate of today. We need to have that a stable, very understood response. And I think that's another piece. A lot of us just react, or will jump to what seems to be the quote unquote best answer. Take a minute. If you can, take more than a minute. The more you understand the situation, the better your decision making will be, the better that choice will be for you. And know that it's a choice, right? And I know that when I was learning decision making, it was like, okay, you do the pros and cons. Yeah, do the pros and cons. Look at it from every angle that you can. Reflect in on it. See what's going to help this situation. Help you to really embrace the hermit and kind of take off those constraints of the devil. Know that we will always have that lower vibrational self with us. It's not like we can get rid of it, but we can learn to better work with that energy, if you will. Okay. Oh, I love it. Be tolerant. Tolerant of self, tolerant of others, this process. Know everybody is responding and acting because of something. Triggers, upbringing, belief systems, core root values. Be tolerant. Just breathe. When we deal with the Karens and the Kevins of the world, it's important that we remember to breathe and know that that's not how we want to be. We can't let our anger, our frustration be unleashed onto others. We want to stay stable, balanced, calm. And I know that can be really challenging to do, but it will keep our vibration higher, our mind clearer. Archangel Michael. So, of course, he needs no introduction. Archangel Michael is our protector, our support. He is there when we are under threat, whether it be actual or perceived. He's an omnipresent being that can be with all of us, helping to calm, stabilize, and protect us. You just need to use your words and ask, breaking down the law of free will so that you are able to gain the support. He can't step in, not unless you ask. That one's upside down too. Speak from your heart. Like I said, we need that stability, and you can see how stable this angel is. We need that now. It's going to help with self-exploration, understanding some of those aspects that we had to minimize, we had to bury to get to this point. And be okay with the fact that you had to do that. It's not like we did it because someone was, well, at times someone was making us bury it, but we had to do it to survive. It was a coping mechanism. A coping mechanism that has served its purpose. It's time to slowly, very slowly, guys, start to explore that. Explore and understand self, because we are just scratching the surface. What we could do as children, what we can remember we could do as children, is only a very minimal amount of what we can truly do, especially with the knowledge that we have, the access to knowledge. As a kid, many of us did not have the internet. And of course, it depends on your age. I'm aging myself there. I grew up in a point of non-internet as a child, but we have that information. We can. And of course, depending on our age will depend on how much we buried. Some of us who grew up in the 70s, 80s, even we can go further back, 60s and 50s, we had to bury it. It was not a choice. As we've grown through, we've gotten a better understanding. Parents aren't as rigid with their beliefs of what children can and cannot do, or what they should or should not do. We have a better understanding of how to work with those energies, to work and protect our children. So the angels are being really clear. Take a little bit of time, not a lot. Work with self. Start to understand self. Do some reflection. And we have to start with that blah. We have to start to build that heart center. We have the passion. We need that creativity to be added into this, because creativity is how we speak from our heart. All right, let's look at what healing will support my friends in embracing that heart center and letting that song sing bright. I love it. Friendship. Know that we were never meant to do this alone. We were supposed to have high vibrational supports. We were supposed to have physical supports. It is important that we have those positive, balanced friendship connections, that positive community, those positive areas where we can feel safe to ask questions, where we can feel safe to be ourselves. That's why I have started to create community here on YouTube, on Twitch. I've got a Discord. There's more areas that you can have community. You can reach out for that friendship. And most importantly, guys, that friendship needs to be lent to self. Part of that understanding, that tolerance, strengthening that relationship you have with self, because let's be honest, we're not always our friend. We're our worst critic. Oh, I love it. Music. So the universal communication, it's more of a melody, a song, than it is our rudimentary words. And it doesn't matter what amazing languages you can speak. It's not that written, that those minimal words. It's done through emotion, song, melody, feel. We just know. We're using all our clairs to their fullest in that universal energy. One of the ways that we can really support ourselves in working with self is having that calm, very, positive environment to do the work. And music is such an important part of that calm, because again, we want to use all our senses when we have that calm. And that calm, that balance and stability is throughout the top row there. I love it. Romance. So for my friends who are in a relationship, don't forget the importance of that romance, that play, that fun, that connection, taking time for each other, because it's important. And know for my friends who are looking for romance, this will help. The more we understand ourselves, the more we treat ourselves with compassion, love, and understanding, the more we're going to attract our soulmates, our twin flame. Should you want your twin flame? FYI, your twin flame is just like you. That is a choice unto yourself if you can handle that. I'm not going there. That said, you will draw them to you because your energetical signature, that aura around you, will vibrate. That music that I said, that's part of it. That energetical vibration becomes louder, more predominant. You become that beacon in the darkness, and they find you. Instead of having those constant revolving door pieces, you have someone who is connected with you. That soulmate, and know that you will have more than one, or your twin flame, which you only have one of those. Know that your soulmates can come in on friendship levels as well. They're not always that romantic relationship. You can have them, and they are a deep connection. So like a soul sister or soul brother. They understand you on so many levels. And yeah, again, you resonate because you understand each other and understand the stuff that we don't even understand, and they accept that. So the angels are being really clear, guys. Take a bit of time for you. Not hyper-focusing. We don't want to obsess. So that you have a better understanding of some of those pieces that we've hidden away. We need them now more than ever. Okay, my friends in chat, that is my reading for the, well, I usually just do these on a monthly, just for well, ease of purpose, timing, life. So Kathy, you're the only person who has said hello this morning, and if I'm doing just one, I'm just doing one. If you'd like a reading, I do have obviously my angel tarot. I also have off to the side, I've got Crystal Visions Tarot, and then I also have the Shadowscape Tarot. And I can show you what they look like in a GIF here. Wah. So Kathy, if you'd like a reading, let me know what question you have and what deck. And I'll get those decks here. My poor beat up Crystal Visions Tarot, and then the Shadowscape Tarot. I should know, note for everybody, Friday I won't be live. My kiddo has an appointment at the children's, so I'm going to be there all morning. But I will post a reading for the following week. So what is next week? And I know there's a lot going on next week because we've got, okay, so it's the 18th to the 24th. We've got Father's Day. We have the summer solstice. We have Cancer coming in. Yeah, we've got like all well, kind of hell breaking loose next week. So I'm definitely going to make sure that you guys got that reading. Kathy, do you have a deck preference? So the Angel Tarot, of course, is what I just used. And then this is what the Shadowscape looks like. It's really pretty. It's kind of got that watercolor going on. the Crystal Visions. It is a wet day. I'm not sure what part of the world you're from, but I know in Alberta, it's wet here. That's why it's really dark. I'm like, why is it so dark? This is why I don't like the little boxes. They start to tear. I prefer more substantial boxes. All right. Let's look at a general. Whoa, they're pulling cards. Okay. The devil is really popping out today. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not too far from me then. That would, yeah, explain that. Yeah, it's I'm not sure how far up into Alberta it goes. I'm hoping that maybe it will put out some of those fires, or at least help with the fires. I haven't looked. I'm afraid to. So the Four of Cups. That was the first card that decided to flip up. The Devil, which we just had. It's nice to see it in different in different renderings, if you will. So it is the 15th card in the Major Arcana. And then we have the Seven of Swords again. Hey, Miss Midnight, how's it going? That's funny. Out of 3 cards, different deck, you have 2 of the same cards that I just read with the weekly reading. So similar to the weekly read, or not the weekly read, the angel reading, that lower vibrational self, it's taking front and center, helping us to miss points of self. It's helping us to, well, miss the holy grail, if you will, right? The pieces and aspects that we really want. Oh, I'm sorry you're having a rough day, Midnight. It's a little bit soggy up here. I won't lie. Now, know that this is something that you can start to take control of. It builds off of what the angels were talking about, is that we need to start to take back ownership of self. And I think ownership is the right word here for you, so that we're not so swayed by those expectations, those demands, those pieces that kind of wrap around us, and our lower self just, well, clings on to. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Instead of repeating that over and over again, it's more about, okay, what is important? What's going to fill my cup? That self-understanding is going to be part of it. However, it's not going to be a primary focus for you. You want to start to look at those positive aspects, those things that fill you. But I know it's a big but. It's hard to do with current expectations, current demands, current constraints. Take it slow and steady, and start using your tools, making sure that you feel stable on that inner self, emotional control. Like I said, we don't want to be reactive, but we also don't want to be an emotional basket case because we spilt milk. We need to check into that. So making sure, and I've said this to people before, if you need to, schedule it in on your phone. Every 15, 20 minutes. Do a quick check. How am I feeling? what's going to help. And sometimes it's even, am I breathing? Because as we go through our day, as more gets piled on us, we have a tendency to start to breathe quicker and quicker. And then that gives us less and less control of that frontal cortex, of our third eye thinking center. And we let that lower vibrational self start to take control, take the reins. And then it becomes, no, I can't. I'm not worthy. Rather than, wow, look at this amazing aspect, this opportunity in front of me. Because when we shift, when we start to do things for that high vibrational self, that's when our ego starts to really freak out and really dig in and reinforce that armor. So we have to be careful of that. That's why we need to take it really slow, really steady, because if you rip things off too quickly or you try and make that leap of faith, you will find that this comes in like a sledgehammer. Oh, you have humidity midnight. I can say that I live in a space that has almost no humidity at all. And yeah, I'm just hoping the rain is going to start to put out some of the wildfires that are around Alberta, because it's not good. All right, I'm feeling, oop, there we go, and that one too. All right. Be accommodating. It happens every summer midnight that we get wildfires. It sucks. Kindness. And the worst piece is that a lot of times because it's dry and hot and there hasn't been enough moisture that can absorb into the ground, the grass is still really dry, or we've got a lot, especially up in where the fires are, there's a lot of woodlands, and so there's dry wood and people throw out their cigarettes and start wildfires. It's sad. So, Kathy, be accommodating. This isn't so much about accommodating others' needs and wishes. This is about being, well, these two cards are very much linked. That kindness, that accommodation, that acceptance. It's for you. Having acceptance, kindness, being accommodating for you rather than other people. We need to shift priority, giving ourselves a little bit more priority in that list of everything we must do in a day, so that we are feeling that stability within ourselves. So we have that emotional control. We are allowing that creativity to flow. We're seeing that holy grail, and we're filling our cup. We're filling ourselves up. I hope that helps, Kathy. Let me know if you have any other questions. Miss Midnight, would you like a reading? It's quiet this morning. It's kind of one of those things. I got up this morning and I was like, okay, cool. I'll do some readings. And I was like, wow, it's wet and cold. All right. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm glad this isn't a crazy stream where I've got people coming in left, right, and center. I just like the chill. I need the chill right now. Let me know. I hope that helps. I don't know if you're part of my Discord, and I don't know if it'll work because it doesn't always work. No. Oh, there it is. Streamlabs like, sure, I'll work now. But hey, if you have questions, like I said, in my angel reading, building community is important. That friendship, that connection. And it's a nice way just to to know, well, when I'm live, because I'm going live tomorrow on Twitch. I won't be live on Friday, but then I'll be live again next week as well. So, you know, lots of fun stuff. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope that helps, and that Holy Grail will help strengthen and fill you. You bet, Midnight. What deck would you like? I have the Crystal Visions Tarot is what I just read with. And then I also have, well, the Angel Tarot, because I did my Angel reading. And then I also have the Shadowscape Tarot. Thank you for coming in, Kathy. I hope to see you soon. Take care. I'm kind of feeling the Shadowscape. Usually I have tea in the morning, midnight, but this morning I had to have a coffee. I was like, I need that extra pick-me-up. I was making it and I was thinking of you because you've made coffee before. And that whole giggle we had on when we were on Twitch with Drake. Yeah. Should check in with her and find out if she ever did send those pastries for us. The Nine of Swords. That's not surprising. There's so much going on for you, right? It literally, I love that, and I think this is why I needed this deck, is that kind of, it looks like it's ever ongoing, right? Yeah, I'm still waiting too. The Eight of Wands. It's in reversal. The Sun in reversal. Now know that there are very few cards. I think there's really only two that ever come to my mind that have very limited meanings. It's Three of Swords and the Sun. They're kind of the polar opposites, right? So no matter whether the Sun is in upright or reversal position, that love, that joy is there. And I think the reason, well, I know the reason why it's in reversal is because we've got the Nine of Swords putting those clouds in the sky. So, and that's literally what the reversal of the Sun means, is like literally we have that beautiful sunny day, but there are clouds. The Nine of Swords is really bringing in kind of a well, challenge, and it always does, right? Because it's minimizing some of the joy and happiness that we're able to embrace, and some of that aha and passion, because this zaps our well, our physical energy, our emotional spirit, and well, spiritually we just feel. So it's going to be looking at releasing some of this, the sads, the fears that are building and continuing to swirl up above that. Yeah. And the thing is that it can be so much as okay, you know what? I know this is going on. However, I am going to take 20 minutes and I'm going to do something creative and fun. It's a choice. which will turn this card as well, because we're embracing something that brings us joy and happiness, which amplifies that light, that warmth, that feeling good. I suggest taking it slow with this because, well, it's hard to push this away and down to try and embrace something for long periods of time. Acknowledging it, knowing it's there, and then using tools to support you in releasing some of that hurt, some of that pain. I've got lots of supports. I've got some meditations. The one that's coming to mind right away is the meditation with Archangel Metatron that I did back, it was like 2020. And it's literally releasing that pain. We don't want to relive this. We want to get this gunky funky out and away. That's going to help you embrace the Eight of Wands, that passion, that creativity, that movement. This is usually the card with the wands coming across. That movement. And of course, the fun and the joy. It's really hard to embrace joy when we're feeling sad, when we're feeling, well, just deflated. We want to build ourselves up with the positive. And the positive can come in little things like a very cute little streamer from Brazil saying, "I will send the pastries," because it brings a smile to your face. So take those moments, embrace them, and try and reproduce them in your day. I know it's not as easy as said, like what I'm saying, but those little steps forward do help, especially as you're taking those steps towards that self-love and really connecting in with you and standing up for you, which, by the way, I am very proud of you for doing. Courage. Yes. Facing this is not an easy thing. It will take that courage, that willpower, that drive, because sad, fear, it's hard, right? Well, honor life cycle. Honoring where we are. Honoring what we do. Who we are. Courage is connected into Archangel Uriel as it has that red hue, and well, he's all about that courage and light. Amazing support for you right now. The purple here, the honoring life, it's very much with Archangel Zadkiel, who is about that connection in with self. I have meditations with both those archangels. So take it one step at a time. And sometimes we have to seek out that light, embrace it and cherish it. Because when we do, that's when we're going to start to amplify it. Because that energy becomes something that we radiate within ourselves as we grow stronger. Thanks for letting me read for you, babe. So I want to thank everybody who joined me, who was in chat, who's watching this back, for all their amazing support. Like I said earlier, I will be on Twitch tomorrow, live streaming. I'll be doing some tarot there. I might be even doing some live streaming of some gaming this afternoon, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I won't be live Friday, but I will be live again later in the week. When am I going to be live again? I'll be doing a reading for Cancer in the middle of the week on the Wednesday as well. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. I appreciate you too, Midnight. I want to thank everybody for joining me, and I will see you again. Until tomorrow, my friends.